Hello there, this is Elite Weather Forecasting. My name is Dooley Godot with the weather forecast coming up here for your Tuesday afternoon. And we're going to talk about your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Wednesday and Thursday as well. Not Friday just yet, but we will talk about your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, as we all know, it's been a lot of heat out there, very hot. We're going to see triple digits across many locations of the United States that don't typically see triple digit heat. So we will be seeing that over the mid-Atlantic states, through parts of the Midwest, down in Texas. But you guys are used to seeing that heat, right? Texas and the desert Southwest, triple digits. Although it might be a little bit cooler than we typically see in the desert Southwest, you guys are actually having to cool down, even though it's still in the triple digits. You're just not seeing it over 110 like you typically do. And before we keep going here, let's do one thing for the channel. You guys can leave your likes, and I would appreciate it if you would leave your comments down in the comment section. What city and state are you watching this video from? Because I can use your city as the city of the day. And you can subscribe to the channel. Please help us grow the channel. If you would please do so and leave your subscription with us, and we would appreciate that. And click that bell so you can be notified whenever we post these daily weather forecasts, because we never want to leave you outside of the loop with these daily updates so that you can plan accordingly. All right, as we talk about our next item up for bid, it's going to be our city of the day, which is the beautiful city of Newark, New Jersey. Yes, across the river there from New York City. So we got Newark in New Jersey. I think it's close to the home of the Sopranos and where they come from out there. So that's pretty awesome that we're going to cover New Jersey in honor of my favorite show from back in the day, The Sopranos. So that's really cool. But if you're out here visiting New Jersey, you might want to check it out because they do have the largest collection of cherry trees in the nation, even bigger than the Washington, D.C. Cherry blossom. So Newark, New Jersey, yes, the home of the largest cherry festival in America. And they also have a lot of wonderful museums and parks out there that you can visit. A lot of things to do in the city of New Jersey, in the city of Newark. So if you need a job, there's a lot of hot. You can see IDT out there as well as some other corporations. So you might be able to find some work if you move out there to Newark, New Jersey. And as far as your weather is concerned today, you guys are actually going to have a nice day out there. 80 degrees is your current temperature out there, under mostly sunny skies, maybe a few clouds around out there, but a great day for you folks in Newark, New Jersey. So right now we're going to talk about our national radar and take a look at the areas of precipitation and where we're seeing some rainfall out there across America this afternoon. Here we are with the national radar, and as you can see here, most of the precipitation is confined to the outskirts of America. We got areas of rainfall here across the northern tier of the country, the upper Midwest and the northern plains, the high plains, the northern Rockies into the Pacific Northwest. We're seeing some snow showers here over the northern Rockies, rain showers and some thunderstorms here along the Canadian border into northern Minnesota as well. We're seeing some showers and storms over that way, and they're extending southeastward here across the mid-Atlantic states over the Lake Ontario and Lake Erie here over into Pennsylvania and upstate New York. We're seeing those showers and thunderstorms here out just offshore of Newark, New Jersey, here in New York City and Boston, D.C. and Philadelphia and Baltimore as well. Might be seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms. We might see some severe weather over this region this afternoon, and we got some more showers and storms along the southeastern seaboard here as we're seeing those showers and storms through parts of southern Georgia and South Carolina as well. A few scattered showers and storms over here across Florida, as well as down here in South Texas and Southwest Texas. Got some scattered showers and thunderstorms as well. Some isolated stuff for you folks. And we're seeing that precipitation here across the high plains of Nebraska and South Dakota and Wyoming and Montana as well. That is a look at your national radar here for your Tuesday afternoon. Now it's time for your weather today. Okay, your weather today, we're going to first talk about our watches and warnings out there and show you what's going on out there for your Tuesday afternoon. And again, that hot weather is in place across the eastern third of the nation, and we're seeing these heat warnings, excessive heat watches and warnings in place. A lot of heat advisories taking place here across the northern plains, the Great Lakes, the Mid-Atlantic, the Southeast, the Gulf Coast as well. We're going to be seeing that heat in place. And we got our red flag here across parts of New Mexico and southern Colorado, southwestern Colorado here, as we have those high winds. We've been seeing winds gusts out here up to 50 miles per hour, so it's very low relative humidities and high winds and warm temperatures. So it's going to be providing the energy and the potential there for a fire outbreak through parts of the southern Rockies out there in New Mexico and Colorado. We have our heat, our excessive heat down here in southwest Arizona as well, through Pinal County and Pima County out here. You're going to be seeing that heat through Phoenix as well, Phoenix and Tucson, shaking and baking out there. And we got our high wind advisories here across the parts of Montana. We have our winter weather there through the Glacier National Park regions in northern Idaho, as we're seeing a little bit of snow out there in the northern Rockies near the Canadian border. So that is a look at our watches and warnings and things to be mindful for this afternoon across the country. Now here's a look at some temperatures and weather across America right now. And here we are. We're going to start off with where I am in the Twin Cities, where it's 95 degrees in Minneapolis, Detroit. You're seeing 81 right now, 83 in New York, 81 in Boston. We got 89 degrees in Norfolk, 80 in Washington, Charlotte. You are 102, very hot down there, through the Piedmont of North Carolina, 102. 96 over there in Cincinnati. We are talking about 94 in Jacksonville, 94 in Tampa, 87 down in Miami. New Orleans is 94. Houston is also 94, 97 in Dallas, 102 in El Paso, 105 in Phoenix, 95 in Vegas, 79 in Los Angeles, 71 degrees in San Francisco right now, and you are seeing that 64 over there in Seattle. And Salt Lake City, 69 degrees, 85 in the city of Denver. And Kansas City, you guys are hanging out at 94. 99 in Chicago to wrap things up, as it's a lot of hot weather out there through parts of the Midwest and the Southeast out there. And here we are with your 7-day outlook for the city of Newark there in New Jersey, as we are seeing those temperatures very nice out there across the northeast near New England there in the mid-Atlantic. So we're going to see those temperatures in the low 80s for your Tuesday and Wednesday. You'll fall back into the mid-70s with some showers there on Thursday and Friday, but you will warm to the mid-80s there for your Friday. Sunny weather returns for you guys on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, but you're going to get an 80 with sunny weather for your Monday. So that is a look at the 7-day forecast for our city of the day, Newark, New Jersey. And I hope you guys are all having a good time out there today. Now, as we talk about some of the heat taking place in a place that never really sees heat like this, the Twin Cities, Minnesota. So here in Minnesota, we're seeing those temperatures today in the mid-90s. So we're going to see a temperature of 98 degrees for a high, but we're going to see our normal temperature is all the way down there at 79 degrees, so it's not typically that hot here, so it's very unusual weather for us here in the Twin Cities. But we will see a slow climb back up to 90 by Saturday. But if you take a look at that, we see a record heat for sure for Monday, Sunday, and Monday, and even into Tuesday next week, as we're going to see that high temperature of 101 for Sunday and 102 for Monday across Minneapolis and St. Paul. That kind of heat is virtually unheard of here in the Twin Cities, and it only happens about every 5 years or so. So it's not a yearly thing that you see temperatures in the triple digits like that. And really, we only see 90 or above about 5 times a year on average. So to see temperatures spiking like that in mid-June is pretty incredible here across the Minneapolis and St. Paul area. And we're also going to talk about some thunderstorm chances here in a place that don't typically see any rainfall this time of the year. We're talking about Arizona and New Mexico, where we have some tropical moisture coming in out of Mexico because of our Four Corners High, which is positioned in the right spot that is going to be able to pump a little bit of tropical moisture into the desert Southwest that could spark some high elevation thunderstorms. So we could see some dry lightning out there across the desert Southwest, Phoenix and Tucson, maybe over into Las Vegas as well, Albuquerque, New Mexico. You guys could see some dry thunderstorms coming out there over the into your weekend here. And so later this week and into the weekend, we could see some dry thunderstorms. And one thing that's interesting about the thunderstorms, when you see them this early in the season across this region, you get what's called a haboob. And some of the storms have that dry air that's blowing down out of the storm because of the rainfall evaporates before it hits the ground. So you're left with nothing but gusty winds. So those winds can kick up a lot of dust and kick off a haboob, one of those dust storms that Arizona is famous for, like you would see in Iraq or in the Middle East or something. We could certainly see that this weekend with some of those dry thunderstorms that could be out there through parts of the desert Southwest on your weekend. So your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you see the low precipitation chances. I think we're going to see more dry lightning and issues with windstorms than anything than actual rainfall hitting the ground out there. So that is a look at the weather today. Now let's talk about our national weather forecast. And again, we're going to talk about this again. Severe weather is going to be the name of the day, and heat. So we got that severe weather we're going to deal with here through the upper Midwest into the northern plains there near Minnesota and North Dakota, and here across Nebraska and Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. And in these regions, you're going to be seeing that primary threat is large hail, damaging wind, a tornado or two is going to be possible as well, and some heavy rainfall, especially here across Iowa. You can see some flash flooding is going to be possible, and out here in the mid-Atlantic states through the Carolinas and into the DC and Baltimore area, where you can see excessive rainfall with some of those severe thunderstorms and damaging wind is going to be your primary threat. And we're going to see thunderstorms along the eastern seaboard here into Florida, over as far west as New Orleans, just about. New Orleans might just be on the outskirts of those storms, and we'll pick up a few storms here through the desert Southwest as that tropical moisture begins to get pulled into this region here. So we could see some dry line thunderstorms here through parts of New Mexico and West Texas. And we're going to see, again, a few snowflakes here across the northern Rockies and the high country of Montana and Idaho there. A few snowflakes is going to be possible. Nothing too heavy out there for you folks. And then that heat across the desert Southwest and across the southern plains here and into the Midwest. Here we are for your Wednesday. Your Wednesday forecast is going to feature that severe weather here across the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest through parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa. Once again, you're going to be dealing with that damaging wind, large hail, and that possibility of an isolated tornado. And let us not forget heavy rainfall that could cause some isolated flash flooding as well. And a couple of tornadoes is certainly going to be possible with this weather system moving off to the east there through the northern plains and the upper Midwest. It's going to also have some showers and storms here along the eastern seaboard in the mid-Atlantic states, down through the Appalachian Mountain Range, all the way down to the Gulf Coast and the lower Mississippi Valley. So New Orleans, you guys are going to be in the mix. The Florida Panhandle, as well as the peninsula of Florida, could see some showers and thunderstorms out there for your Wednesday. And we're going to see that dry weather through Texas and the Ozarks area here, and dry weather across the desert Southwest and the Intermountain West and the Pacific Northwest. For the most part, it's going to see some dry weather, except for a few flakes in the far northern reaches of the Cascade Mountain Range near Vancouver there, where you might pick up a few snowflakes for you folks. But otherwise, nice, pleasant weather here across the northern Rockies in the Pacific Northwest. But the heat is on across the Southwest, down below this frontal boundary here through the desert Southwest. And as we take a look at your Thursday for your weather forecast for Thursday, we are going to be seeing, again, those showers and storms start to pick up here across the desert Southwest. So Phoenix, Tucson, eventually into Phoenix here, Tucson, Albuquerque, those Deming, New Mexico, Lordsburg. You guys are going to be dealing with that possibility of a scattered thunderstorm, but I think that the surface is going to be too dry and a lot of the rain is going to evaporate before it hits the ground. So dust storms is going to be the problem, and dry lightning, so that could add to your firewalls down there across the desert Southwest. Our severe weather will move to the Great Lakes here and into the Northeast. So Lake Erie, Lake Ontario area here, Pennsylvania, upstate New York, you guys might be seeing some of that severe weather, and large hail and damaging wind is going to be the primary threats here. Maybe a tornado is possible down here through the Ohio area. You might see the potential for a tornado there, but we'll see rain showers and thunderstorms all the way into Maine and New Brunswick, Canada, down the eastern seaboard, the coastal sections here, through the mid-Atlantic, the southeast, down into Florida once again, and along the Gulf Coast, where some scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible. We'll see dry weather here across the northern plains, the high plains, the northern Rockies, the Pacific Northwest, the Pacific Coast, down through California and Nevada and Utah and western Arizona, going to be dry for the most part, with the exception of those dry thunderstorms through the desert Southwest. Here's a look at those wild temperatures. That's going to be the main threat for the day. Our cool spot for the nation is the northern Rockies over into the Pacific Northwest, where we're seeing things predominantly in the 50s and lower 60s there. But we will see that heat here across the northern plains, where it's 98 degrees here in the Twin Cities and 94 there in Hinckley. So we're seeing a lot of warm weather here across the northern plains through Wisconsin as well. Temperatures in the 90s. All the way over towards Detroit, upper 80s to lower 90s. It's going to be here in the 80s in the Northeast, and some 70s there if you get into Maine. But we will see that hot weather down here across the mid-Atlantic states toward the southeast. Temperatures in the upper 90s, low 100s down there, down to Atlanta as well. And we'll see those 90s through the state of Florida, along the Gulf Coast, 90s over to Houston, where it's 95 degrees today. And we'll see those triple digits here near Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, and Austin as well. It's going to see those temperatures in the triple digits. And our typical triple digits here in the desert Southwest. So Phoenix and Tucson are both going to be near 109 degrees for your high temperatures today down there in the desert Southwest. And as we look at your Wednesday forecast, we'll see a nice cool off here across the northern plains into Minnesota. Instead of being in the 90s today like we are today, we're going to be near 80 tomorrow. So upper 70s for highs across the Twin Cities and northern Wisconsin out there. And we're going to see those 90s shift to the east into Detroit, 94 for your high temperature. We'll start to warm up here in the northeast as well, as if things move eventually this way. And we're going to see those temperatures in the 100s continue across the southeast down to the Gulf Coast, upper 90s, low 100s. We'll also see that continue in Texas. We'll see those temperatures in the upper 90s here in the Dallas-Fort Worth, 97 degrees. We'll see that 95 down there in Houston, and we're talking 97 in San Antonio. So a few degrees respite down here through Texas, but still hot as heck for a lot of you guys down there. So please remember to take your heat precautions and drink your fluids and try to stay cool out there. We're going to warm up as we move into your Thursday, and we'll see those triple digits surge back into Texas and move all the way into the Central Plains because that heat is headed back towards Minnesota, because by that weekend we're going to be seeing those triple digits all the way here near the Canadian border, triple digit heat. And we're going to be seeing that heat spread through the East Coast here, the Great Lakes, and the mid-Atlantic states, the Southeast. We're going to see those triple digits. We're seeing some upper 90s here down through Florida. We're going to see those triple digits down in the desert Southwest. Remember, Yuma, Phoenix could race back up to 110, 109 in Tucson down there. But again, you guys might have to deal with those dry thunderstorms, those dust storms, and that dry lightning down there across the desert Southwest. That is a look at our national weather forecast. And let's talk about our severe weather outlook here for the next 3 days. So here are severe weather outlook. So we're going to see that slight risk for severe weather here across the far upper Midwest, the northern plains, right at the Canadian border. So we're talking about International Falls and Embarrass, Minnesota, and parts of North Dakota. Here we're going to be seeing that marginal risk, and that's going to take us in the upper peninsula of Michigan, Wisconsin. We got Minnesota going to be seeing that slight risk, that marginal risk. Then we'll see that slight risk here through southern Minnesota, through central Iowa. So we're talking about Des Moines and Cedar Rapids here through through Nebraska as well. We're going to be seeing that severe weather, and we will be seeing that severe weather through Omaha, Nebraska. So if you're out there, please take the precautions and pay attention to your local weather forecast. And that slight risk for severe weather also exists here on the eastern seaboard up into the mid-Atlantic states, where you're going to see that heavy rainfall with your severe storms today and some damaging wind is going to be that primary threat out there for your Tuesday afternoon. And for your Wednesday, things get a little bit hairier here across the upper Midwest, through Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota, just to the east of the Twin Cities here. We're going to see that slight risk for some severe thunderstorms, and you're going to see our enhanced risk here. So a little bit more numerous, a little bit more intense thunderstorms if you're in the orange area here. And areas in the orange is going to be Rochester, Minnesota, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, La Crosse, Wisconsin. We got Wausau, Wisconsin, and Winona, Minnesota are going to be in those areas for that enhanced risk for your severe weather. And for the slight risk in the yellow, we got St. Paul, Madison, we have Des Moines, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and Green Bay, Wisconsin. You guys will be in that slight risk. So, and if you're in the green, you're in that marginal risk. So you're going to see that almost to barely severe storms. And we talking about Baltimore, Charlotte, Milwaukee, again, Washington, D.C., and Kansas City, Missouri. So you guys got to be on the lookout for those marginal severe storms for your area. And that's going to be primarily some rainfall, heavy rain, some small hail, and 60-mile-per-hour winds for your area to be on the lookout for as we move through the remainder of this week. And for your Thursday out there, that severe weather threat moves toward the northeast now. So we're going to see it here through steel country and coal country through Pennsylvania and upstate New York. We're going to be seeing that slight risk in the yellow there. That's our scattered severe, large hail, damaging wind. Maybe a tornado might be possible as well, especially through Pennsylvania. And areas that's going to be in that slight risk, we got over 116 million people in that slight risk of that severe weather. And that's Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Rochester, New York. And if you're in the green, the cities in the green, we're talking Kansas City, Missouri, Cincinnati, Ohio, Lincoln, Nebraska, Knoxville, Tennessee, and Dayton, Ohio. So if you're in that dark green, you are in that marginal severe risk for your Thursday afternoon with that severe weather threat. So you're going to be looking for some damaging winds and heavy rainfall and some maybe pea to dime size hail for your area, okay? And that is a look at the severe weather outlook. Now let's talk about our tropical update. And let's go back because we're going back. Let's go back. There we go. And we got a couple areas of interest down here across the Atlantic. down here across the southern Caribbean. We're seeing this tropical thing here developing here, and we have us a disturbance down here that has about a 20% chance of developing into a tropical depression here over the next 24 hours. So it's a 20% chance of that guy doing something. So we'll have to keep an eye on it because I'm pretty sure that will increase as we move through time. And here we are, where we got us a full-blown tropical storm down here in the Pacific. Tropical storm Blas, if I'm saying that right, Blas, B-L-A-S, down here off the southwestern coast of Mexico. And right now it's a minimal tropical storm with sustained winds of about 50 miles per hour. And then we got another area here that has about a 40% chance of developing into something over the next 24 hours. So we're going to keep an eye on that guy as well. This has the opportunity to really kind of become something robust. But let's take a look at where Blas is headed. And Blas is going to become a minimal hurricane over the next couple of days here by Thursday afternoon. So we're going to see Blas evolve into a hurricane and move further out to the northwest into the Pacific, where it will weaken as it runs into cooler waters out here. You know, hurricanes need that water temperature to be above 80 degrees, and it's a little bit cooler over there toward the northwest off the coast of California, because California's current comes all the way over from Japan, and that water is typically cooler, which is why one of the reasons why the Pacific on this side looks darker than the Atlantic Ocean does, because those water temperatures come from a different area, those currents, so it's cooler. So here's the history, the story with Blas as it moves off to the northwest. It's not going to be an interest. It's not going to affect any land masses. May increases the swells here off the coast of Mexico and the coast of Southern California as it passes to the south. So the surfing might get better for you guys out there, but it's only going to be a concern for shipping interest. So if you are on a ship or a tanker or something like that, then you might want to pay attention to where Blas is doing. And that is a look at your weather forecast for the next 3 days. Thanks for watching. My name is Julie Cadeau. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. You guys have a great day. Oh, don't forget to leave your likes, your comments, and subscribe. And don't forget to let me know what city and state you are so I can use your city in the city of the day. Thank you guys and have a great day.